Hello, good morning. Hey, Mirai. Oh, I'm just looking something up. Okay. I forgot to check if they actually made these model kits or not. I would buy them. I would buy a couple of them. Based if true. Ohayou gozaimasu. Caleb, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Mirai. Last command. I kind of don't like the controls here, I'll be honest. I was frustrated with the square and triangle and the X button not even used, fuck. Jeez. I was frustrated with the, was that a Gunpla box? Yeah, they do, for the unlockables, they have them in Gunpla boxes. That have, like, the company that makes the game logo on it and everything. It's so funny. I wish they would actually fucking have sold these. But yeah, I was kind of frustrated with the Sega Saturn controls before, but after using that, it makes sense. Because, like, especially the throttle system and the way the camera worked, I feel like you could, like, it's hard to explain, but you could set your high max moving, and then you wouldn't even have to think about it, and you could, like, focus on aiming. Like, there is a weird way that the controls for the Sega Saturn games, the GunGriffon 1 and 2, forced you to, like, compartmentalize how the thing was piloted. That it was hard to, like, learn, but in retrospect, it sort of made more sense. Maybe I need to get acclimated to this now, but on the face of it, I feel like that was actually better. I feel like I'm struggling a lot more to, like, move and shoot and everything at the same time in this. Even though it has, like, a more normal control scheme. I might have doubted them. I might have been wrong. Maybe Game Arts was just right and I was wrong. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it. Where's my gun? I wish they let you, like, change back to it, actually, so I could see. But I think the old control system was actually better. We're bugging, how are you? Good morning. The camera controls here are also weirdly not as good as the Sega Saturn ones. If anything, that's the problem. It feels like moving the body of it like this and then moving the camera are separate, where it felt like that was one sort of constant thing you were doing on the Sega Saturn control scheme. Like, eventually when I got like better at the original GunGriffon controls, I wasn't even thinking about moving it. I was just focusing on, like, aiming. And moving just was sort of a background process in my head. I've been thinking, instead of spending a lot of time on Thunderbolt docks and a mini PC, what if I had one PC with a lot of PCIe just for cards? You know, like a VCR? And just use it for ripping tapes like a VCR? That's all I need. What tape are you gonna be ripping? eGPUs are a stupid idea? Well, I mean, good luck buying regular GPUs. The problem with, like, building a PC now is that nobody could fucking afford RAM and GPUs. Because the market is enormously inflated. You could get DDR3. Yeah, you could do it like that, maybe. I do like they kept some physicality, like the bullets will arc and fall in the air a little bit. In the first game, they had a lot of that, and it was really obnoxious. Like, I had to do, like, geometry in my head, because, like, in GunGriffon 1, like, the turret for your machine gun actually rotates. Like, there is a 3D model for it that rotates in... Oops, I forgot that was... How do I jump? There we go. I knew it was one of these buttons. That, like, rotates so... And that, like, your bullets are, like, are affected by physics in every possible way. There's, like, I think there was actually, like, wind speed and shit. Maybe I'm imagining that at this point. Yeah, I convinced myself that was the case. Ow, what the hell did I just get hit by? Maybe when the bottle pop, it'll just be Xeons. The problem is, like, if... I said this before, but, like, the problem is if NVIDIA slides, like, our whole economy will collapse. Like, it's not that the bubble won't pop, it's that when it will, I'm worried more that, like, dollars are not going to be worth anything. So I wouldn't be so confident that when the bubble pops, you're going to be able to get, like, a GPU. If anything, that'll be the least of your concerns. Or Epic, you can get an Epic CPU for $20. CPUs aren't really a big deal. They're already not worth anything? They shouldn't be worth it. They're propped up by other things, and one of those things is the fact that our whole economy is just like 7 tech companies cycling a few $1 trillion between themselves. In practical terms, the money isn't really worth anything. No, in like theoretical terms, it's not. But in practical terms, it is, because it's like it's against the value of a lot of other things. And one of those things right now is the way our tech sector works, which is fake, which is all fake. In some ways, our economy is more stable, but it's, like, faker than it ever was, and it's, like, less stable long-term. Like, it's more stable right now than it was when it was more based on, like, oil, essentially. But the stability is provided by the part of the economy that's a bubble, so... I don't know how well that's gonna work out in the longer scheme. Where's the last guy? He's like up in the mountains here, right? There's like a jagged panther. Bro's jumping. That's another thing I really miss having the radar system. The thing at the bottom of the screen is a proximity sensor. This shit sucks. Like, I can't even get the distance right from it. Not having the radar system is really a big handicap. Okay, there we go. So yeah, a lot of people say that about, like, GPUs and housing, like, you know, once the market crashes and the bubble pops, then I'll get stuff. Well, you know, once that happens, good luck. The problem, it's true that the problem you're going to be having isn't that GPUs and RAM are going to be overinflated in cost, but might have some other issues. Difficulty set? Didn't I pick advanced difficulty? I'm pretty sure. Oh, whatever. Oh, there's no model kits, so I can actually buy some. I can actually pick some things. Oh no, I didn't get one. It's so weird that the amount of like stuff you have to equip is limited. It's not even an arcade thing, really. A lot of Westerners are moving to other countries like Mexico. Yeah, it's terrible. They're having a big problem with those fucking gringos. That was funny. That's like the funniest thing to see in like Mexico City, where they're like really mad by all these like American immigrants. Real shoe is on the other foot type situation. And you know, they're right. I have to agree with them. These people, they can't just be going there. They're driving up the property values in Mexico. It's really abysmal. That's right, Mexico will pay for it. They weren't prepared for the cost of having to deal with white people. And I remember watching a debate about like the stuff they're doing in the Caribbean now. And they were talking about like how Bukele had handled things in what's that fucking country called, in Colombia or whatever, and they were like, well, you know, violent crime is down, but the cocaine traffic has actually gone up. And I'm like, well, that's a little inaccurate, because the cocaine traffic there, it's a different customer base. You're kind of leaving out some details saying it like that. A lot of tourism now. Actually, in this setting, what side does the like South American government side with? Are they with? I guess they wouldn't be with the Americans, right? It is interesting to get to see that more in Front Mission, in addition to the European countries. Because most of the Front Mission games take place in, like, the Pacific Theater, generally. Like, you're in Japan, you're around Japan, you're in China, you're in Australia, wherever the fuck Huffman is in the Pacific. So I do like, I really like in Front Mission 4, despite the fact it got rid of the internet thing, where you could check a lot of the lore, I like that we're seeing parts of the setting that we don't usually see. South America is underrated in geopolitics? No, not recently. I gotta tell you, the U.S. like the Pentagon put out a paper recently. That's a changing. It's maybe it's a little too much priority historically. Oh, they're gonna miss those times. I'll tell you what. Not gonna be like that for long. I can't even see like a map. Never mind like the radar system. That's another thing. In the first two GunGriffon games, when you pause the game, it showed you a tactical map, like laying it out. Like the one they give you in the briefings here. But I can't even check that. Like, I'm not sure. Here it is. Looking for this. So Africa doesn't have much natural port or navigatable rivers. That's why Egypt lasted so long. It was a fortress. Well, Africa has a lot of resources. That I would say is the geopolitical significance. Well, the geopolitical significance specifically of Africa is if, like, and they talk about this if you read, like, defense authorization stuff. The, like, Africa, Europe, and Asia are basically one continent. So, like, to the extent that we're worried about, like, what China is doing, like, we can just kind of view all that as one blob. Because that's one of the actual conflicts we have with, like, Russia and stuff, is the security conflict between them and France in Africa. Resources that are hard to get to? Well, that's a complicated situation. Now, where's, oh, there it is. But, you know, that's a very old idea. It goes back to, like, spheres of influence and stuff. Cold War type geopolitical strategy. Maybe with cheaper air travel it can be fixed. Well, that's strategically that's a good thing. Is how it's generally viewed. Is that, like, as long as America, as long as the U.S. is dominant in, like, the Western Hemisphere, they're not really worried about nothing going on in the rest of the world as much. Because in either direction, we have an ocean separating us from the world. And the rest of the world is really just one big continent, more than it's anything else. Or at least that's the idea. Some people object that as being kind of naive. Yeah, let me just for this now. The duck hunt.
Mission complete.
What about Australia? Australia is our greatest ally. Australia is one of our surprisingly one of our, like, the countries we have the best relations with. We really don't treat Australia well enough. But they're not super relevant to anyone. Nobody's really worried about them. Wheel adapter makes roller dash possible, enabling movement at high speed. Anti-tank missiles. Valiant manual. Did I already have the Valiant? Can't remember well enough. Oh, I don't like this mission. Which missions did I not even finish? Egypt was the one I wasn't getting done. Redid the briefing again. The mission is to regain Ismailia, a naval port on the Suez Canal. The 501st MBS, speaking of Egypt being being a fortress. I'm having that problem myself. The 501st MAT Co. will approach from the sky and join the ground force. The landing point is the sand dunes 3 kilometers west of the target. Oops. I forget I have to hit down. After you land, Allied troops will immediately head for the naval port gate. Enemy AWGS units have now been identified here. Watch out for anti-tank missile attacks from these 6 new type AWGS units, codenamed Knight. The next target is the 4 elements, codenamed Bishop. The chess code names. In front of the gate. Our intelligence report the gate to be under heavy guard. Cooperate with Allied ground troops and obliterate the enemy. Maybe that's what the problem I'm having. I need to slow down and try to make sure more of my allies get there. Because whenever I go at these guys, I'm taking too much fire. But maybe the problem is that, like, I'm rushing in there alone. I need my allied units to come in and take a little flak from me. Port gate, codenamed Iron Shell. Shouldn't that be like Rook or something? That's not chess. Is fabricated from the finest steel. RP type armaments will be the most effective in destroying it. Serve your supplies. This will be a tough battle. Try to gather as many supplies from the enemy as possible. Reinforcements of the enemy should arrive from here if you take too long. Once past the gate, the command post, codenamed Brain, is on the left. Intelligence has also reported that there are elite mercenaries from the South African OAU forces present. Stay on your guard. The battle may get extremely rough here. Oh, the battle's gonna get rough there? I'm having trouble even getting to that point. Be sure to destroy all enemies and take the port. Good luck. Mission outline. Dead heat. Objective. Retake the naval port from the enemy. 6 Satyr units, 4 elephant units, 1 naval port gate, and 1 command post. Let me bring some anti-tank missiles. I really need defensive parts more than anything. I'm always losing too much health too quickly. I like all the sound effects in this. Anyway. One down. Ow. Damn bugs, though. Let me focus on what I can actually see. Oops. Bro, get out of my... Bro, get out of my way. Oops. Or... And then 5 and 6 over here. Five. Six. Okay, that's all the night. Look at that. Where's that patch of supplies? I could have used more bullets than that. Okay. That's another problem without having the radar. I'm not really sure how many of my enemies are left or where they're at or anything. I can only guess. Or how many of my allies, I mean. Yeah. Oh, hey, bullets. Gimme, gimme, gimme. that guy. That's not what I meant, but okay. I wish the... I'm taking big hits, jeez. I'm gonna find some health.
All systems broken down.
Still fumbling this one. Played for less than 5 minutes and this are no option bosses. I still can't quite get that one. Defend allies, destroy fortification. Let's do Tibet again. How do I unlock other body types? It's selectable, so I'm assuming you can unlock other things, but... Good evening, good morning, Sentai Chat. Hey, Windbreaker, how are you? Oops, I'm sorry. Really hard to tell enemies and allies apart. And I glance. Gotta remember all the unit types and who's on what side. Even then, it's hard to tell like a Jagged Panther apart from Ivac. Move out. I really wish they wouldn't. I wish they would give me enough time to get rid of some of the defenses. I would prefer you didn't actually. I don't know why they keep saying over comms, like, watch out, I'm on your side. I'm not shooting them. Are they shooting each other over there? I can only guess. One can only speculate. little unclear on the terrain and what like is too steep of an incline to drive on. Not immediately obvious. Four. One. I may not have enough ammo to go this way. Okay, no, I don't. Whatever they got in here. Ouch. You can't really zigzag in these. I was thinking about that when I heard that over comms, just like going to zigzag. It's like, it doesn't really work like that. Ow. I'm stuck. There we go. Darn, I'm out of the field. Five minutes left. Don't worry, there's plenty of time. Ow.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Hey, new high score. How much do I need to unlock advance? You collected enough medals. Grenade version 2 may now be equipped. Larger form of the version 1 grenade. Give me remaining selections. Give me this. Penetrate gun. Jump regulator. Litorio? Grease. I guess I should just keep smashing my head against the wall here. Jump regulator. Recover from jumping faster. Flash roll enables boost roller dash effectiveness. Circling speed faster. Quicker reload. Increases the appearance ratio of option boxes. No. Firepower, quick reload. I guess firepower wouldn't be bad. I'm hesitant to use option parts because I'm probably just gonna die again. A waste. Little bugs are so annoying. Okay, let me kill these guys first. They're using a bit too much health. Ow! And they explode. I remember there's a bunch of health somewhere around here. Yeah, here it is. Gimme, gimme. Ow! Stop exploding. I'm out of rocket. Okay, let me get some ammo back. Retreat a little bit so I don't take too much fire here. My allies are pretty much wiped out. I want to fly up to get a better look, but I feel like if I go up, I'll just get shot down. But let me just quickly try to go up and down here. Oops, oops. Not quite what I meant. Why are those elephants like weirdly quick to respond? I thought the whole point of these is they're like super heavy units. I'm not gonna kill them by sniping them. I can see them trying to shoot me from around the terrain. Maybe I gotta like fly by and drop missiles on them. What would even be a good way to deal with this? Get some more ammo. Ow. Ow, ow, ow! Get some health back. Alright, I found some friends. I found some health. Hello, Shoda. I'm not really much of a Shoda. But hello, Zaki Lucky, how are you? Am I a Shoda? I don't know. Would this be considered a Shoda design? Just daily Hoyoverse? Oh, nice. I don't play any of the Hoyoverse games. Maybe I should try one. Ow! The stupid elephants hit so hard. Darn.
All systems broken down.
Survived a little longer that time, and I do see that I get reinforcements over time, but the elephant units are just too clustered together. Machine gun version 1. Yeah, let me look up a guide for this actually. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe that's yet again the problem. GunGriffon Blaze. Quick guide. Mission 5 Egypt. Get ready, this is the final mission. Knock out all 6 of the enemy mechs in the drop zone. You can ignore the smaller spiders as they don't do much damage and eat up too much ammo to be worth the kill. Advance to your left and hit the first supply zone. You'll probably take a whipping crossing this far as there's several tanks, missile units, and enemy mechs in your path. Now you have to knock out the 4 gun platforms in the area. This can be tough. They take a lot of abuse and knock you dead in 2 to 3 hits. I found that the dual attack 'em unit worked best knocking them out. There are lots of support mechs and vehicles set up all over the place. You might want to clean them out before you go for the final area. Definitely resupply at the second point. It's just past the first one behind a small dune. Knock out the big steel door and get ready for hell. There's a lot. That's what it said in the briefing too, that it's worse past the gate. There's lots of ammo and repair power-ups in the tunnel here, but beware there are 3 enemy AWGS plus several support mechs and vehicles in here. You have to kill all the AWGS and then eliminate the control tower and support structures nearby to finish the level. You can get lucky with the rocket pods and wound the AWGS badly. They come to the mouth of the tunnel looking to get a piece of you. You'll have a hell of a time getting all of them in the open. This is pretty tough. I can't beat this mission on nightmare setting. It's the only one. I didn't even unlock nightmare setting. Did I unlock any more model kits? I picked up a few, but they might be ones I already have. Italian, I think I already did have. Yeah, I already had this one. What was the other one I picked up? I like the old dancing fire emote. Tank improved badly. Super Trench. I swear there was another one. Brittle Crab M16. DX30. I could have sworn I picked up another model kit. Like, I remember reading it out, but I don't. Oh, Literio. This one. Ah, these things. 6-legged AWGS deployed to mountain troops and became a rival to the Tiger type unit. Oh. What's the advantage of 6 legs over 4? I guess it's just the longer footprint, because it's more of a tank-sized unit. I see, I see. I see. Oh, these guys get what we're banned for. They're like those things from Ghost in the Shell. I don't have the M19 unit. Control for movement with the right stick. If you lose your grip, you can just stop soon. If it is easy for you to make a mistake in shoot mode and change a weapon, you may change to this. But what's the difference between the two? Change weapon and twist. What does twist do? So it switches some of the shoulder buttons. Ally? The problem is that I just don't even understand how to use the controls. It reduces you to use your forefingers so that you can make few controls mistakes. Oh, so it puts more stuff on the buttons. Traditional. Oh, this might be better actually. Forward, backward shift for advanced players. Easier for you to make mistake and shoot and change weapon. Oh. So wait, they have a system. Let me try this. It's more like the. Oops. They have one that's set up more like the original ones. Oh, wait. Wait, I should have paid better attention to what buttons or what. Oh, okay, so this one's forward. Okay. Oh yeah, it is like the original. The camera controls are a little off. That's strafe. I do definitely prefer this, I will say. He's putting his jump down. Okay. I wish it would just let me manually configure the controls. That would be the easiest. I do like that they have a version that's more like the original game, though. I see the helicopter. Am I even being shot at? There are 5 ones? Oh, there's one more helicopter, and then the guy in the mountains. Where is... Okay, Panther in the mountains stuff. Five minutes left? Well, where's the last guy? He should be somewhere around here. Oh wait, just saw a bullet in this pass. Oh, there he is. Where? Oh. Oh, back off. There we go. This is kind of nicer than the new control scheme. Single shot rocket gun, anti-tank missiles. The problem, the stuff that would be like most effective against the elephant units, I can't really get close enough to use anyway. Let's just try with the better control scheme. That one. It's all the night, right? Yeah. Alright, I'll ignore the spiders like it said. Where was the other... These guys. Okay, so there's some supplies there. Ow. Yeah. I'm fucking up. Where? That's over there. Okay. Ah! There's so many enemies over here. down. Okay, got most of the health pickups that I know where to plant. Damn.
All systems broken down.
The problem is, like, I can't even pop up to, like, see the enemy. Get immediately smashed up. Ugh. Sniper zoom. Power of zoom and zoom hit rate. Oh, maybe I should try, like, actually sniping. I didn't think of that. Now that you mention it. Oh, let me see the controls again. Zoom and twist are over here. What does twist do? Use it with left-right directional key. Is that the one where I can change the orientation of the turret? Jump. Why don't you use the command change weapon quickly with the thumb? So wait, where does it put the person angle? Slide motion. Oh, forward, backward, jump, change weapon, ally shoot, zoom and twist. Now, let me try this one. Oh, okay. I get it. What does the ally button even do? I guess it directs allies to shoot at whatever you're looking at. And the zoom function is really weird. I never really thought about using a high max as a sniping platform. Is there a tank somewhere around here? Oh, it's there, but I can't see it from this angle. Okay, I'm taking a lot less damage. Maybe it is expecting me to, like, snipe. I don't want less damage this way. Weird way to play these games. Why he's not hitting? Alright, I'll get this guy first then. Whatever. Wait, which is the one with more ammo? I think it's the one on the other side, actually. Let me get rid of these helicopters first. Ow. I even felt that hitting him. Oh, which one is... Oops. Not that. Okay, this is cancer. Yeah. Got it. Okay, there's two left? Where's that? I think there's another guy back here somewhere. Yeah. Okay, I'll grab some help and I'll fly over here. Someone showed me an Instagram reel? Oh no, not Instagram. Someone showed me an Instagram reel that goes, my usual luck when, and it's the now losing your job anytime. Oh yeah, I saw that actually. Yeah. It's like, what if I start working at the Baron Cafe and the Baron Cafe gets destroyed? I got a job at the bakery. No, the bakery. Feels weird that it's so relatable at the same time to now being the now. Therefore, pick me up ass leg. Man, for the now. Yeah, I used to, on the first playthrough, you feel more bad for you, but the thing is, like, like, she kind of deserves it. Well, she doesn't deserve it, but like the whole situation is her fault anyway. She's a rich girl. Like, she's putting herself in that situation intentionally, so it's hard to actually feel bad for her. She's proactively choosing to... She could just ask her damn brother for money. But she doesn't for reasons that make literally no sense in context. Because her grandma... You know, honestly, it's her grandma's fault. It's crazy that, like, her and the other girl have, like, similar circumstances in life, but the other girl chooses to do something with her life that's, like, productive instead. You know, instead of sticking around and, you know, actually trying to change things. Well, it's like the other girl, I forget what her name is. the blonde girl, she has like a similar upbringing, and she just decides to like leave and work for an organization that like she supports the cause of, instead of just, I don't know, eating bread and water soup. The one who she works for like a rescue, like a search and rescue, like evacuations organization. Like she does, you know, she doesn't like weapons, so instead she signs up for an organization that like evacuates people from war zones. But I guess you could just work at a bakery and complain about things, you know? That's always an option. The overall problem with their story arcs is that in context it makes like literally no sense. The problem with it in context actually is that it's never stated at any point that there are any wars going on in the setting. The only thing we ever see weapons being used for, or even hear about them being used for, is fighting against the Volgara. So like, all of the arms trafficking that they're complaining about being like blood money is entirely on the up and up. Like it's all of the money made on arms trafficking is being used to like defend the Earth. Like, as far as what's presented to us in Robot Alchemic Drive, like the military industrial complex there is entirely like a moral thing. Because the only thing we ever see weapons being used for is fighting aliens. At no point is it ever stated that there is or was a war going on somewhere. So like the objection just seems weird. It's like like why in particular are you so upset about weapons? Like I understand in theory, but in practice it's like, what, should we just not? Like, the aliens are trying to kill us. They view us as, like, insects. Like, we can't do diplomacy. We tried that. It didn't work. Like, what is the idea here? And before she was 100% insufferable and everything hated her. It's like complaining about using frozen criminal athletes to basically strengthen turtle defense. Well, it's like, their objection to what their family does makes sense in, like, our world. But in the actual setting, it's never justified, like, ever. It's blood money, but it's, like, it's never established to actually be blood money. Like, no one, it's never stated at all that, like, people are dying in a war somewhere. And the Volgara don't bleed, so, like, whose blood is the money coming out of? I guess it makes 100% sense in any game that isn't rad. All they had to do is, like, now would have to say there was, like, a war somewhere or recently. Like, you would have to explain, like, what the objection is in particular. Like, yes, weapons bad, war bad, I get it, but, like, what specifically are you talking? Wait, I missed one of the supply bases. Oh, you can check out, that's what the ally key does. It checks the allies on the map. I would still rather prefer a radar. If it was something like Cyberpunk or any other modern-based world, then now would have been somewhat nice character, but here she comes off as a whiny kid. Well, she still would have been whiny because she's still not really, like, doing anything about it. She also has like other problems with her personality. Notwithstanding. The viability of her complaints. Ow. And the zoom function brings back the problem of, of getting hit, like, really altering which way you're looking. Yeah, let me just take it. I'm taking too much damage. Twitch, why did I fill this in? Here enough.
Complete.
Which one? I don't understand how Twitch works, honestly. Speaking of chat sending, let me open up the YouTube chat. I often forget. Just in case. Click that over here. Type 5 Fav manual. Or rat. BMX 30. I think I've seen. Maybe I've seen BMX 30 already. Let me see. I've seen this one. I wish it actually like marked them as new. Oh, have I seen this before? Maybe not. The BMX walking tank is a Russian-developed hybrid. Oh yeah, I have actually. Yeah. Gonna check on coffee. Remember that Sentai Gunpla would be great, if only. Well, then I would have to work with Bandai. Maybe I gotta get like, if I get Takara Tomy to do it, maybe then. But like a Zoids model kit. A two-legged AWGS developed by the Southern Asian Alliance. Which parts of Southern Asia would that be? It is weak in that the center of gravity on the unit is too low, making it impossible to carry heavy weapons. Center of gravity? I kind of see what you mean. And the type 13 and the type 14. Oh, wait. Why is the type 13 so different? This two-legged AWGS, developed by China, is a copy of the Russian BMX class unit. It carries a larger sensor and cannon, but its performance is not known to be especially great. Huh. And Tiger Gun. Auto anti-aircraft unit was created by China as a defensive unit. Oh wait, what does indicate gun do? Visible, invisible. I don't really know what that means. You can invert the controls. I don't need vibrate. Alright, let's try Egypt again. so chunky. There's another guy over there, but I can't see him. Can I hit him from the way? Can't. Not really doing something. Shit, I'm too far right. Ow. Where's the... Oh, here. Yeah, I need more ammo. Jeez. The elephant wings are so scary. They kill me in like 2 hits. Yeah. There's like no safe location I can shoot at them from. I guess I gotta fly over with missiles? There's no better way to do it. But then I just get shot by like everything at once. didn't even get hit by it. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. The cover I was hiding behind has been obliterated.
All systems broken down.
Why are the elephant units so unfair in this one? I don't remember even. They're in the other two games. I don't even remember having that much trouble with them. Let me try switching to Allied Strike. Can I even get that to run? I might be getting a little tired of GunGriffon Blaze, actually. Okay. Let's try switching games. If I can get this to work. I'm not entirely sure it will. It should. Switch the audio. Game experience may change during online play. Oh, don't worry about that. That's not going to be a problem. Oh, hey. Well, it loads. That's encouraging. Why is it so quiet? That's not what I meant. Settings. Audio. Oh, I guess it's a quiet game. Can I turn multiplayer off? Sign in failed, don't worry about it. Oh. You gotta get this just low. I'll turn that back down here and I'll turn it up in the game. Normal mode. Decelerate. Wait, what's the difference? Hold on, wait. Okay, so A-type, mechanic movement. Aim and point the camera. Change view type. Fire weapon, change weapon. Magazine change, map. Oh, this one does have the map? That's good. Do I have an Xbox controller? Actually, this might be easier. Yeah, but I don't know where it is right now. Eggs bugs. I'm a little unclear. Does this change it to the standard? Like, is pro mode the way that the other games are on? Don't reverse the y-axis. I don't need that. Okay, let's try that. I've heard this game is hard, so let me leave it on the default, actually. I would normally just switch to normal. I meant to turn off multiplayer. Wow, these are some crunchy looking cutscenes. That was just a picture, hey! Xbox graphics looking a little worse than I remember. I'd wonder if it wasn't the emulation, but this must be in-engine, right? This must be pre-rendered, right? How do I, how do I skip this? And it doesn't seem to be a way to do so. I've tried all available buttons. No, let me change the game. GunGriffon. Alright, game's like crashing. This cutscene's causing me a lot of problems, actually. Let's just try that from the top. I'm becoming less confident that this is going to work. Okay, so the settings got saved. That's good. Oh, you know what it was? It was probably not working because I don't have the web thing set up. Code name Badger Hunt. West Burma, Mount Sukwan. West Valley of Mount Sukwan. Deployment day. March 12th, 2024? I wonder if 2024 is actually going to be like this. The military reconnaissance unit has reported the discovery of a government military supply silo in Burma Mountain region. The facilities are difficult to locate because they are camouflaged into the surrounding environment, so an airborne bomb attack strategy is ineffective. Therefore, a direct attack on the enemy facility by your strike force has been approved. Your team will be dropped approximately 2 kilometers south of the target point. Uncover the enemy silos and annihilate the opposition, including the defense army. Also, nearby hidden enemy forces may appear. Wipe out all enemies in your path. Restocking supplies for this mission is scheduled to be carried out 2 times by helicopter. Oh, they added the helicopter thing back. Takeoff point will be indicated by DLS in real time. Wait, hold on. You're going too quickly. I can't just scroll the page. Great. So use caution. In order to avoid detection by the enemy, the landing point will be indicated directly prior to arrival. Keep communication lines open. The helicopter will leave a few minutes after arrival, so the soldiers in need of restocking must be aware of the timing of supply restarts. So it's more like the first 2 games. Annihilate all enemy silos within the strategic time limit. Oh, there's a lot of options now, jeez. My friend unit. So, oh, I can actually change now. Wait, I can't pilot a HiMax? What the fuck? Or wait, no, this is a Type 12. The 2nd generation of HiMax? This is one from GunGriffon 2? Newest design, heavily armored and well balanced. I'll stick with the Type 12. 88 millimeter. 88 millimeter cannon with fast-moving projectiles, large ammo capacity, 90 millimeter, old design but reliable. Standard in every aspect. The machine gun is the sub-weapon. I don't have any other options. Rocket pods have types but are non-manual. Anti-tank missiles. Optically guided missile that is reliable and easy to use. Gold standard and optically guided. Why am I getting like the advertiser taglines? Could you not just tell me what they do? The standard. So they got the gold standard, the standard, and the one that is reliable and easy to use. Well, I mean, that sounds pretty good. Ow, jeez. Okay, so that's that. That's not what I meant. Okay. So you can bring up the map.
Cover me. Roger.
How do I... am I doing something right here? How do I... like, activate the throttle? Hold on. As much as AI is a bubble, it saved the life of a wife of somebody I'm in a weekly Discord conference with. Let me switch back to Type A. Deadfire, hello. Okay, that's a little more straightforward.
Roger.
Jeez. That's the view type.
Roger.
Hi, Deadfire. How did it save their life? She might be... Hubby MU video, she hypercortisol and endocrinologist was incompetent. I don't know, that's kind of just making up for shortcomings. I get what you mean, but...
Check. Roger.
This was a little hard to keep track of.
Cover me. Roger.
Bro, stop yelling at me over the damn comms. Well, you know, I'm glad she survived, but that's less of a, you know, an AI thing and more that the current system would have failed her. Boy, there's like a little bit too much information here. I'm feeling like I'm getting like sensory overload with this game. Jeez. Because her husband asked Rock about her cortisol levels and what to do, but yeah, but like her doctor should have just explained that to her. It's less of an AI being good and more of the human element. But yeah, that's like that's human error, bro. Like, I'm glad she's okay if that worked out for her, but that like it shouldn't have, like, you know, you do what you gotta do, but it shouldn't have really been necessary for you to work around the doctor like that. Arm's broken. Can I not reload?
Roger.
Am I actually... my gun broken? Ow. There's like part damage in this?
Roger.
What?
Roger.
This is a very strange game compared to the other three. Human element was good, her husband, not the doctor. Well, the doctor is the pertinent sort of issue. Is there like a simulation mode I can go through? I'm a little turned around with the controls, I'll be honest. They have Tricare, and most of the VA treatment is involved with dying boomers, so the VA doctors are burned out. Well, I mean, that's just because the VA sucks. Like, I get what you mean, and I'm glad that, like, again, I'm glad it did work out for her, but that's more of like working around the problems in the system. Like it's not really a solution, it's a workaround, and it's only necessary because of where the system is failing. You know, like if the existing systems worked, you wouldn't have needed AI to just like subvert them in that way. Like it should not be unclear to a patient how much cortisol they should be taking and whatnot. The doctor said her cortisol levels were 5 times normal, but they're 2,000 times normal. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's like I get what you mean about the AI helping, but that's mostly a problem of the doctor fucking up. Like that should not really be something that the doctor is wrong about or unclear on, or the patient is unclear on. Is there no... man, there's no, like, simulator mode? Kind of a miss. Wait, let me look at the controls again. Maybe I'm confused. That's not what I'm looking for. She wouldn't be alive if LLMs didn't exist? I mean, yeah, so, like, hypothetically, yes, but she would be alive if LLMs didn't exist and we just had good medical services. Like, if you're going to engage in hypotheticals like if this then that, then she wouldn't have needed the LLM if her doctor was just competent. Roller dash, oh, that's what that is. You can turn roller dash off? Why? Jump, map, magazine change. How do you move? Mechanic movement. Wait, the other one is... that's menu operation, I suppose. But yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, you know, I'm glad that worked out for her. But what you're describing really shouldn't be necessary. We can't live in an ideal world. Well, we certainly don't live in an ideal world. as is very apparent. Aim and point camera movement. Mechanic movement. I don't understand the C-type controls. I thought they were going to be more like the other games, but I just don't get quite how it works. Is this emulated? Yes. I have the game disc, but I don't have an Xbox on me. This is the totally legal version of emulation. I just popped the disc right into my computer. Okay, that's that. Which button? That's reload. Which button is, no. Okay. That's that, that's that. I don't, there's way too much shit on the fucking screen. I don't like this on the face of it. jeez. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't like this one. I have to say, the Sega Saturn versions are the kind of the best ones. Pretty definitively. I prefer GunGriffon 2 to like Blaze or Allied Strike. Here's a use for AI playing video games, help test emulators. I mean, we have people that do that. Get that one covered. Ever play Steel Battalion? I have it on hand, but I don't have the controller is the thing. So there's no real point. Like, I gotta get the whole setup. Because that's the whole point of that game. I do like... I like simulation games. I feel like nobody makes game... There's too much of a... Like, complexity in a game like this is a good thing. Like, the controls are laid out in a way that you have to, like, learn. That's not bad. It's like learning the controls and then slowly getting better at them is a very compelling sort of part of the gameplay here. If anything, that's the problem. They're trying to the Sega Saturn was focusing on simulating, and this one they tried to make the controls more like something normal, and it's worse. Starting to get the hang of this. I have to say, this is a little jarring compared to this, the other games.
Heading towards the supply point. Sit tight until arrival.
How do I... Oh, it's weird to turn roller dash like on. Wait, where's the supply point? This is marking the copter. Okay, let me just destroy this silo first. Ugh, it's weird to have to manually reload. This is a very strange game compared to the other ones. In a lot of ways. Okay, where's this helicopter coming down at?
This is supply heli. I have arrived. Stand by in sky above target point.
Well, just give me the fucking bullets, man. Okay, I guess I'm good. Why is my fucking wingman just lost? Whatever, fuck you. I don't need your damn help anyway. I see him down there on the map, he's very confused. It's okay, the last thing I need is him barking over at me over communications. Did I miss any of the silos? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Guns and Griffin. BB-Mon, hello. How are you? How are you? Man, all the visual... Can I, like... Can I please turn off all the damn visual effects? No. I'll have to go into the settings later. Listen, I appreciate the muzzle flash and all these other things they're trying to simulate. I really prefer they didn't. I would ask them not to. Honestly. I'm doing good. That's good to hear. I love that I can't quite see them, but they can clearly see me. I do appreciate the missile warning thing. It's been a while since I played a game that gave me like a missile, the like missile alarm. Probably since Phantom Crash. I'm having trouble quite determining how big the IMAX actually, like, physically is. Like, I think it's bigger than I'm sort of imagining. Shit, my arm got blown off. Yeah. I can lock on without visual contact, but I can't hit it. It won't actually like work.
Heading towards the supply point. Sit tight until arrival.
Well, I don't know if that's gonna help me. The problem is I don't have any damn arms. I can't use my gun without arms. Let me just try to kill this with the machine gun. Oh, it overheated. Damn it. Wait, where's the, oh, the spike light's kind of far away. Okay. Heard this gamer blazes on the Fear engine? Really? The Fear engine? Why? Why would it be? Total score 32. That's crazy. Okay, wait. Can I turn down like all of the effects? Turn off depth of field. I don't know if that'll help, and that's not what I was looking for. Just depth of field and screen brightness, huh? A surprising amount of games are on Lithtech. Wait, oops. Oops, wait, I want to see the briefing, actually. The recent government army supply silo elimination maneuver has left the enemy in a state of minor confusion. However, it is publicly known that the enemy is currently receiving aid from China. The following information has been obtained. In order to send supplies to the front and guerrilla troops, China is routing through the neighboring countries of Laos and Thailand. Okay. Your strike groups are to ambush and destroy the enemy supply forces. The forces defending the enemy transport units are expected to close in from various locations. Be aware that attacking and destroying the bridge in this battle violates agreements with the Liberation Army and will not be allowed. Damn. Can't cut the bridges, huh? Rainy weather will encumber mobility. Speed is life. Be careful. It is said that Mammoth-class AWGS protects the enemy transport forces. In the jungle is a moving fortress. Be on guard. Strategy goal. Within the time limit, eliminate all enemy supply forces and defense forces that appear on the field. Everything? That seems like a lot. I'm good with the settings as normal.
Cuphead 2, cover me!
Roger.
Ow. Why do their missiles always hit my damn arms? I need those. I'm using my damn arms. I really don't like the part system. Hey, Jagged Panther. Arcano Madness. Hello. How are you? I'm currently struggling. Bring whole soldier for extra firepower. I wish I had that guy. Oh hey, it's the elephant class. Struggling with this one in the other in the other game too. See, that's more like how I remember them in GunGriffon 1 and 2. Doing good? How are you? I'm good. It's good to hear that you're good. Enemy reinforcements from the north. Which way is north? Behind me? The other game like didn't quite have enough on-screen information. This one has far too much. I should watch Q Ranger, aka the whole box of Crayon Rangers. I mean, we're gonna be watching Q Ranger next. We're gonna watch it with Forza. Oh man, missiles.
Towards the supply point. Sit tight until arrival.
No, this supply helicopter.
This is supply heli. I have arrived. Stand by in sky above target point.
Well, the target point's a little far, but I'll be right over. They take a little bit of fire. That's not good. Ah. Damn. Got the boiler fixed so we have hot water and warm house again? Oh, nice. But yeah, Jojo Mail, if you want, we're gonna watch Q Ranger in the Discord. We're gonna watch it with Forza. We're actually gonna start it soon because we're almost done with O's and Sun Vulcan. Honestly, I'm gonna... I kind of want to switch back to just playing GunGriffon 2. I don't like this one as much. Man, maybe I should give it. I should give it a chance. I really like GunGriffon 1 and 2. It took me a while to get into it, but I did. There's a lot I appreciate about, especially GunGriffon 2. I'm not really feeling this game. This one and Blaze are kind of a letdown. I get what they're trying to do, but I don't know. It would be better if it was more like the first two. Really, if I could just turn down the visual effects. If I could, like, edit the HUD, it would be a lot better. There's way too much shit going on. Like, I can't even process what's on screen. Because there's just too much glare. It's really annoying that my arms keep getting destroyed. I don't like that. I was gonna get a CGM for a science experiment, but they only last 2 weeks. And cost $50. For that price, I got a ring that can monitor heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, and stress. I pretty much turned my phone into a tricorder. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how accurate, like, biometric stuff is. It's hard to tell. Because, you know, they have, like, the rings and the smartwatches that can check all your biometrics, but I don't know how accurate that is for getting your proper, like, heart rate and everything. Probably better than nothing. That's true. I just don't know if it's accurate as compared to, like, a proper... a dedicated device, but who knows how reliable those are. I'm gonna... Let's just switch back to GunGriffon 2. I'll play that some more. I'll play a different game next stream. I can't handle the... GunGriffon Allied Strike is just too much. It's too much. Far too much. I'm getting overwhelmed. I gotta get back to the Sega Saturn. Maybe if I calibrate it relative to a proper one? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's always good to check all that. I used to have like a smartwatch and kept track of all my health stuff. I don't really do that anymore. Still trying to get away from using a smartphone, but unfortunately... society won't let me. Our society. But yeah, verdict on the series. I would say, can they just release... Can the company that... I forget the name of it. The company that does Trails in the Sky, they own the rights to GunGriffon. Could they just release like GunGriffon 1 and 2 on modern consoles? I'd be happy with that. Oh, let me switch to... or a Saturn controller, that is. Okay. That would be tough. You need 3 GHz CPU just to properly emulate the SNES. Well, they could re-release it. If the Saturn could run this, there's no reason that Switch can't, right?
Three, two, one. Mission start.
Yeah, I'm like disoriented for playing the other games. Play this for a while, I'll calm down. This one is so much nicer. I was right. Wait. Maybe I was convincing myself of that, but no. I feel pretty vindicated about it. The mech bio screen? Yeah, why don't they do that in the new ones? Skill issue, honestly. 20 gig of RAM was a lot. Yeah, in 2015, when this when this game takes place. Do you think it'll actually be like this in 2015? It's actually really funny that Allied Strike takes place last year in 2024. Yeah, the 1 gig of memory booting up in like fucking basic.
Three, two, one. Mission start.
But yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident to say that I like it's not just because I like retro games or anything. This game is literally better. Having just played Blaze and then Allied Strike and then going back to this, I'm not wrong. I'm not imagining it. This one is actually better. Unironically, definitively. I'll get hover conversation for my DeLorean. It only costs $40,000. That's cheap considering a Pepsi is $50. $50 Pepsi. That's crazy. Yeah, it's shooting me. Ah. Trying to destroy the helicopters. Where was I? This is really calming me down. I had like genuinely sensory overload from GunGriffon Allied Strike. The Xbox has betrayed me. Last enemy is a Hamax type, right? Got him. There's like a lot on screen now, but it's like I know what everything is. There's way too much on screen in the Xbox game.
Mission complete.
Yay, good job. Tell the enemy invasion force. X2. I'll keep the machine gun in case they're... Is that supposed to be Japanese? How are you supposed to read that? Gameplay data will be created. Oh no, this is multiplayer mode. Right. Oh, let me switch back to the category. I thought I did already. More enemies spawned in. I feel like I'm gonna have here is just I'm running out of ammo. Won't have enough bullets. Should have brought another gun instead of the rocket. I did really like in GunGriffon Blaze you could destroy the environment, because I was just thinking about, like, why don't I just shoot through that building? And it's like, oh yeah, you can't do that in this one. That was actually cool that it had, like, fully destructible environments. That was a good thing about that game. Don't be shooting at my airplane, bro. Oh, that's how the fire support system works. It takes a minute. Do I have to survive for the full time limit? Really running out of ammo then. Damn. Ah. That might be it for me. Stop shooting my airplane. No. Okay. There's still like 3 minutes left. I mean, the main issue here is just I don't have enough ammo. More than anything else. Damn.
All systems broken down.
Okay, let me bring...
Game over.
I'll switch the rocket pods out for another gun. And I'll try to use the... machine gun for more things. Three shotgun. I'll keep the attack guns. And for the tanks and stuff, I'll just try to use the machine gun. Save on ammo. Dragon King 1245. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm a little worn out because I was... I've been playing through all the GunGriffon games and I played the one on Xbox. It was making me like crazy. Sensory overload. But how are you? Hello. Cool model? Thanks. I have a couple of models. I gotta use more of them. I got like 3 Wii models and stuff. Haven't made use of as of yet. I'm curious what your favorite part is about your model. I mean, I just like the design of it. I like the arms and the legs are little robots. Because it's supposed to be like, you know, like a robot from Power Rangers. I like the art style of this one. I have a few, like, versions of the model. But this one I was talking to, like, a Japanese artist, and I just thought their art style was cool. Had a bit of trouble commissioning them, but we worked it out. Yeah, I wish more Japanese artists would just take PayPal. It was a bit of a hassle. I'm just calling fire support and bail on this. Ow. How do they have such a good aim? No fair. Yeah. I'm conserving ammo better, but I'm taking too much damage. Okay. Fire support got him. Ah, darn. Survival mission.
Broken down. Game over.
Escort the CH-53. Protect 3 missile delivery vehicles. Is there a survival mission where it's just me surviving and I don't have to defend something? Like, if there was a level that was just like survive against endless waves of enemies for 7 minutes, I think I would be I think I would be a little better equipped. But having to operate in reference to things getting attacked is a little bit difficult. Hey, no. Yeah, see, that's more what they're supposed to be like. I don't know why GunGriffon Blaze made them so, like, dangerous. raise their threat level by a lot. There's like a helicopter or something over there, but it's not moving. Damn, one of my missing trucks got destroyed. You know, technically, given the mission criteria, I do only really have to defend one of these. It said defend 3, but I don't lose unless all 3 get destroyed, so... technically... really annoying. I think I lost. Damn.
Mission incomplete. Game over.
But yeah, I would have to say, GunGriffon 2, one of the better mecha games I've played. GunGriffon Allied Strike, one of the worst games I've played. Generally. I'll keep rockets. Bring me a wingman. Alright, yeah, I know I'm leaving the area. Don't yell at me. Oh, there's supplies already? Mission just started. I mean, I'll take them, but... Weird angle. Sending good vibes your way. Thank you. Could use some good vibes. What's the name will be? Tried to aim the rocket for that jumping first. New ammo back. Slam the supply helicopter. Okay. Okay. I feel better.
Mission
Stretch.
complete.
作戦は成功です。さらなる進撃を続けましょう。
Okay, I might end the game a little, I might end the stream a little bit early. Bleh. Got the GunGriffon Allied Strike out of my system. But yeah, that'll be it for today's stream. I'm gonna cut it a little early. That'll be it for GunGriffon. I was expecting to get more out of GunGriffon Blaze and GunGriffon Ally Strike, but they're not very good. I feel like I was more frustrated with GunGriffon and GunGriffon 2, but in a way that was like challenging. I don't know. Like they frustrated me in a way that made me want to play more. Whereas like GunGriffon Blaze and GunGriffon Allied Strike are just sort of disorienting. There's like, I get what they're trying to do, but less is more. I feel like it's a little counterintuitive, because I like the first two games because they're complex, because they're trying to simulate like actually operating a piece of military hardware, which should feel like a complex operation. But the Xbox game leans a little bit too much into that, and it actually feels I'm getting disoriented like I'm in a war zone. Anyway, let me find somebody to read. I'll go lay down for a minute. But yeah, watch along in the Discord. Let me grab a Discord invite. Well, I'm like out of it. Would highly recommend GunGriffon 2. The rest of the series... Well, GunGriffon 1 and 2. The newer games, not so much. I wish they would just release them. Okay. Grammy... But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Sorry the stream was like an hour shorter than usual. But the Xbox GunGriffon Ally Strike really tired me out. It was the one I played the least, but it took the most out of me. Sensory overload, genuine. But yeah, copy that raid message. Bye bye.